Every night a child sits in the doorway, his eyes fixed on the dark street. He hopes his father will come home early, but all he can hear is the sound of a motorbike engine whispering in the distance. Long after he falls asleep, his father is not a rich man, just a hard worker who always comes home when the world is quiet. Not because he doesn't care, but because he wants to give more. One night his father smiles and says, "Tomorrow Dad will come home early. Let's have dinner together, okay?" And for the first time, the child prepares a plate for two. Waiting and waiting. But in the end, he still eats alone. Not because his father forgot, not because he doesn't want to, but because overtime can't be left behind. He chooses to work longer so that his child never knows what it feels like to go to bed hungry. But one day his father really does come home early, not because he had enough time, but because his body gave up. He passed out while working. At home, his son waited as usual. But this time, what he heard was not the sound of a motorbike coming home, but the footsteps of a neighbor, bringing news he didn't want to hear. At the hospital, he saw his father lying weak. The eyes that used to be full of energy now looked at him with a different smile. And only then, the son understood. It wasn't because his father didn't want to come home early. He just wanted his son to grow, without having to choose between eating and dreaming. Amidst the fourth line and the sound of medical machines, his father smiled weakly. In a voice that was barely audible, he said, "Sorry, Dad often comes home late at night." A few days later, at the dining table, there was only one plate, and the chair that used to be empty now remained that way, because this time, he wouldn't come home again. Years passed, the child grew up. Now he works hard, making sure no child has to wait at home with an empty stomach. Finally, he understands. His father did not only leave memories, but also life lessons. That a father's love is not always present in words, but in hard work and sacrifices that are not seen. And now every time he comes home, he always stops by the mosque, saying a prayer for someone who used to always come home late at night. For himself,